Okay, so welcome. If you're new here, then nice to have you. Make sure you subscribe. My name is B. If you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. This is going to be for the October overview. It is very late, it's almost midnight. But I wanted to go ahead and get this out because I did have a little extra energy. I have been getting a little more busy these days, so I really haven't been able to be as consistent on my YouTube as I wanted to be. But of course, in my free time, I'm trying to make sure I get it in a rotation. Okay, so I know it is October the 9th. Tomorrow will be October the 10th, 2022. I'm a little late with these, but better late than never. Okay, better late to the party than never at all. So of course, you know how I do it. If you're accustomed here, you know how I do. I have a couple of different cards. We'll jump in between to see what we can expect for October. If you are new here, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Okay. Hopefully you enjoy it here. We enjoy it here. I happen to make this. I try to make this as much as a family as I can. Um, of course, we do have music playing in the background. Puffing on Zooties, okay, by Future is playing right now. I think it was called Jimmy Crook was the song we started on with Drake and 21. So I don't want to make this super long, so I do want to go ahead and get in and get out, okay. Again, this is going to be an October overview just to see what it is that we can expect. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple of cards. I think I want to start with the oracle. You know how I like to do, start with the oracle. I might jump to these oracles and then we'll go in with the tarot. If not, I might skip these and then just jump to the tarot. It really just depends on how I feel. I don't know. Okay, so we'll see what the night brings us. Thank you, Elle. Thank you, Yahweh, for these messages. Thank you so much to my benevolent spiritual team so much for allowing me to be a vessel to get these messages out. Allow these messages to be clear for those who need them. Allow this video to resonate and find those who need the messages the most. Okay. You fucking me good. You helping me win, y'all. Come on, Future. He did what needed to be done on that album. My boy did it. A big Future hindrance. My boy did it. My boy did it, definitely. Okay, so give me two oracle cards for October 2022. What can we expect? What can we expect for October? What does Libra season have in store? We have the Moon card, first and foremost, with a 50 reducing down to a 5. We have meditation, 25 reducing down to a 7 for me. And give me one more. I feel got it to get one more. Beauty. Bottom of the deck, we have self-worth, self-esteem. So I do feel like for a lot of us, especially, I know Libra season is upon us. So for a lot of us, we definitely could be tapping into the self-esteem and or pushing more into self-esteem, changing your outfit, changing your hair, doing more things that really help with the self-care. Libra season, Libra is ruled by Venus, so it has that Venusian energy to it, whereas you're focusing on your wardrobe, you're focusing on your face masks and doing little things that really make you feel good. The moon card here is to say that there might be some things up under the veil, especially with the moon and the meditation. So October will be a great month to go within for a lot of messages. If there is anything, even if you're currently watching this and there could be something that you have some questions on, I do feel like this is going to be the month to make sure that you go within, especially with this 7 on top of this meditation card, making sure that you're being reassured, and that you reassure yourself by going within. Okay, it's going to be a big deal right now, especially because I do feel like a lot of things might be hidden up under the moon. I know even today, today was, I think, the Aries full moon, either today or tomorrow. Today is Sunday. So I don't know if it popped off today and it carries over to tomorrow, or if it's tomorrow. But I know we do have the Aries full moon going on right now, and I do feel like this Aries full moon is definitely illuminating a lot. I've definitely been noticing the veil being real thin for me personally, so I'm gonna assume for other people it might also be very, very it might also be very, very thin as well. Ski by Young Thug and Gunna is playing. Not RIP. Ooh, my goodness. Free YSL. I don't know why I was about to say RIP YSL, but free YSL. Hopefully, everything is all right with them niggas. But no, I do feel like a lot of things will be hidden up under the veil. There might be a lot of things being hidden from us just generally this month as well. But I do feel like this is the time to also go within meditation. So if you haven't been meditating, this is the time to pick it up. Even if you're watching this and you like, B, I've never meditated before, but I have been kind of feeling like I want to get into meditating, do it. This would definitely be your sign to do it. I do feel like this is a time to really start looking up under the veil. A lot of the shit ain't what it seems, how you be thinking what it seems, right? Everything ain't what it really looks like on the outside. But sometimes you have to look a little bit deeper, right? It's just like that saying when they say everything ain't clean in the milk. um Everything ain't clean in the pudding, you know what I mean? Some shit ain't clean in the pudding. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You just got to look a little bit closer sometimes to really understand and figure out what it is. So meditation will be very, very good this month as well. This is a time to pick up meditation. This is also giving me making sure that you stay in your zen. For a lot of us, there could be, like I said, things being hidden, a lot of changes being made, and you're needing to just stay encouraged about the changes that are coming. Just because they haven't come yet doesn't mean that they're not gonna come, right? Just because they are slow, right? Or just because things are being hidden from you doesn't mean that they aren't in your best interest, right? So it's also, I'm feeling like this month is going to be very important for a lot of us to making sure that we stay in alignment, making sure that we stay positive, and making sure that we stay on top of our prayer, stay on top of our meditation. There's water here in the background, so even that is giving me like an energy of, you know, what you think and what you focus on is what's going to be reflected back to you during this time. Okay, whatever you thinking is going to be reflected back to you during this time. So this is a good month to make sure that your thoughts, your beliefs, and your feelings are all in alignment. Okay, that's just like if you're going out for a job. You can apply for that motherfucker and you can say all of the good shit, but if your belief system in your internal field doesn't reflect that you're gonna get the job, you probably still not gonna get it. I don't give a fuck how pretty you dress going to the interview, right? Just like in your spirit, you can believe that you get the job and you tell yourself that you'll get it, but if you don't actually go to the job, they're not gonna actually hire you. You have to actually go to the job, my love. You know what I mean? So it's kind of giving that energy a little bit. This beauty card is here as well with this rose. And you know, the rose gives me, you know, the beauty of life is taking the good with the bad. You know what I mean? The beauty of life is sometimes not knowing what lies ahead, right? If we could know everything that there was to know about everything that there was to need to know about, bitch, you wouldn't even need me. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have to pray. You wouldn't have to meditate. You know what I mean? Because you already know everything that there is to know about everything. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes the beauty in it is not knowing what lies ahead. Sometimes the beauty in it is having to take the negative with the positive, right? It's like flowers. Flowers are so beautiful and to admire and look at and all of this stuff. But you know, you fuck around, you prick your thumb, you might feel away. You know what I mean? You fuck around and hurt your finger on that thorn, but you have to be careful. What is the rose without the thorn? Is a rose even a rose without the thorn? That's what makes it a rose, right? Just like if it was just a thorn, would it be a rose? You know, but you have to take both with both, right? You have to be able to inquire both and say, okay, you know what? I love this rose, but you got to be cautious of the thorn, right? You have to use the caution of thorn, but the rose is so motherfucking beautiful, right? Just like you can't be so scared of the goddamn thorn that you just like, I'm not even gonna buy the roses because what if I prick my finger? What if you don't? What if you be the fuck careful? You know? Bottom of the deck again is self-worth. So some of you could be learning more to push more into your self-worth, or some of you could definitely just be very open into your self-worth, right? Reminding yourself of how beautiful you are, reminding yourself as well to say, you know what, I'm not the prettiest bitch, I'm not the most delicate sometimes, right? I'm a rose myself, but I also come with thorns, you know. Very beautiful but very scorned, you know what I mean? Because you can't admire the rose without the caution of the thorn. You know, it'll be impossible. Is that the game? That's so funny. Um, Hate or Love It. 50 Cent in the Game is a song that just came on right now. One of them niggas beefing at one point. Anyway, hate it or love it though, right? And I feel like that aligns with exactly what I just said. You either gonna hate this motherfucker or you gonna love it, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You'll either hate the rose for having a thorn, or you'll fucking love it still, and you'll understand that okay, I just have to be careful, right? So it's definitely giving that type of vibe. Especially because a lot of things are being hidden. You do have 2 5s, 3 5s that I am seeing in my face. So I do feel like this month will be good for some changes, either negative or positive changes. Oh yeah, I remember this song. I used to really like this song back in the day. I think this was actually before they started beefing. Now that I think about it, but anyway, I see 3 5s. 32 is here, right? And then this was poking out 41, reducing down to a 5 for me. And again, we have 5 here with the moon card. So it is definitely giving, a lot of changes could be happening. Changes even could be happening behind the veil, right? As well, where it's just like, the moon card is to tell you, don't believe everything you see on the surface. Just because shit look like what it look like on the surface doesn't mean that it's always what you think it is. It's just you just looking at it from the surface level, right? And that's why that meditation is going to be so important this month, because again, there might be some things being revealed, right, that you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. You can't see it with your human eyes. You got to tap into this third eye to really kind of tap in and see what's going on behind the veil, so you can get a better understanding, because looking at things from the surface will just lead you to further confusion. Right now, some of you might be having an issue with that, but again, hate it or love it, this is what comes with the motherfucking territory. Hate it or love it is what comes with the motherfucking territory. Yeah, and I'm kind of hearing the chorus again. Let me pull up the chorus, because you know how I am, child. Let me see. Yeah. Hated to love it, the underdogs on top, and I'm gonna shine, homie, until my heart stop. Go ahead and envy me. I'm the rap's MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. So yeah, very much giving that. It's not going nowhere. You know what I mean? Just like the rose with the thorn, right? That's the beauty of it. You can hate it or you can love it, but the beauty of life is that it comes with both. You know, hate it or love it, the underdogs on top. And I'm gonna keep grinding, homie, until my heart stops. So go ahead and envy me. I'm the rap's MVP. I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me, right? It is what it is. So for some of you, this might be a little bit of a frustration this month, where it's just like, I hate that I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know for me, that's a big thing too. I personally don't like not knowing stuff. um, if I can know everything that I need to know before I get involved in something, I will. Right? Call me a Sagittarius. But I like to know everything that I can know about it before I get involved, because if I don't know what's going on with it, I don't want to get involved. I don't like to be sidetracked, right? But again, the beauty of life, right? Hate it, regardless of if I hate it or love it, the beauty of life is sometimes you can't know shit. Sometimes shit be deliberately being hidden from us because it's not meant for us to know right now, right? It's not meant for us to know in this moment. We'll figure it out when it's time, right? All you can do really is meditate and hope for the best, wish for the best, you know. So I do feel like, that might be a big lesson for some people this month, for a lot of us this month, where it's like we got some good changes coming, but see, this how can you wait for the mystery? How can you chance it up to the unknown, even though you don't know what's coming? Right? You might not know what the answer gonna be. You might not know if you're gonna get the job or not, but still go anyway. You might not know what lies ahead, but keep trucking ahead anyway. You know what I mean? Hate it or love it. You know what I mean? I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. You know what I mean? Says the motherfucking the rose and the thorn. Says the motherfucking, mystery of life, right? Sometimes this is about just being hurt. Maybe there might be some changes with some secrets coming out this month, and it's just like, listen, as beautiful as the connection is, it really be hurting me, and it's like, as much as I hate that, I gotta love it at the same time, because that's the beauty of the relationship. It's not going nowhere. That's life, right? It's not going nowhere. You better off getting to know the motherfucker better than better than trying to read yourself of that aspect of relationships or of life. So let's see. Give me a couple of oracle cards for what we can expect this month for me and my collective. Give me something for me and the people that I live. I love when we get the but God card. I love when we get that. Give me 2 more. So I see divine feminine here very heavy, which is funny because I did saw 717, but I'm learning how to speak slower on my angel numbers because I be trying to see if it's a angel number to be shared or if it's just for me. I do feel like this could be something that was for us to be shared. So we have color purple, color purple. Jesus, fuck me. Obama's, which is my divine feminine, divine masculine kind of card. We have Erica Badu, Nicki Minaj, Aaliyah, Mi Vida Loca, aka My Crazy Life, and then the But God card came out. I think after the Obamas, somewhere in there. Um, the bottom of the deck we have Rihanna. So even at the bottom of the deck, with the Rihanna card, I'm hearing investment because there's investor here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, investor, luxury brand, model, anti, you the one, sex appeal, good girl, bad girl. So I do feel like, um, let me start with who I'm seeing first. Divine feminine. Um, I'll start with there and move around. Um, So, divine feminine, I do feel like you could be in a self-taught period. We could be in a self-taught period. So again, that I know, that's how I know that we all are part of the same collective. Um, you could definitely be in a learning period right now, so you could be very emotional. If you are, I see dear God and I see but God here. So don't be afraid to pray and give it to your divine team. There's a lot going on divinely, divine feminine, behind the motherfucking veil that we don't know about. I saw a tweet the other day that said something about the twin flame timeline was distorted from my good sis Paige. Love her so much, love her down. I definitely saw that though. Um, oop, let me pause that. I definitely did pick that up as well when she said that, because she was saying the twin flame timelines right now are distorted, and people in the comments was like, "What does that mean?" I picked up what she meant though, which basically means that, like she said, you really can't see. A lot of us really can't see. A lot of us aren't seeing a lot of things. So a lot of the times, typically you can pick up telepathy very easily with your person. For a lot of us, we really aren't being shown what's going on, right? Even if you are picking up telepathy, for some of you this could be like telepathy where it's like you don't really hear your person. For others of us, this is, you hear your person, but it's like you really can't piece together what's going on. You know what I mean? Like you have to, we have to go within. You know what I mean, to even get downloads, because it's like we aren't really seeing and sensing. Sometimes energetically you can feel them get closer, you can feel them close off, you can feel the energy, right? But we really haven't been paying attention, or we really haven't been being made aware of what's going um, on the back end, right? I do feel like this is a self-taught period as well. For some of you, this is on your self-worth, divine feminine. For some of you, this is learning how to trust the process and take the good with the bad, take the known with the unknown. And others of you, this is just learning how to simply heal, and encourage yourself through that, because you don't know how to fucking encourage yourself. Okay. Yeah, quiet as a mouse is here, just stuck out to me in this card. So I do feel like the divine masculines could be quiet as a motherfucking mouse right now, which could just be making you really, really confused. I do feel like your intuition is going to come into play though. That's going to be what helps. So again, with this meditation card, right? So this month is going to be a big month to use your intuition. This is going to be the month where you need to really tap into that third eye energy to see what's even going on. Okay, because a lot of things are not being revealed on the worldly plane. I just got a reading the other day, which I really wasn't trying to get guidance. I just like to support people, and see what's going on. But even that very much felt like, you know what I mean? Like, how if you've been going to readers for a minute, when they really click and connect, and you know when some of them really don't. Now, I had already gotten my reading for this month earlier, but then I like to support people, so it was somebody, and I was like, sure, yeah, why not? But you could tell when it's like you hear it and it's like, this don't resonate. You know what I mean? It don't really hit me home, and that's kind of also what I picked up too, where it's like, something could have just been off. But I definitely feel like a lot of people, even a lot of readers, really aren't tapping in. That's why I've even personally been getting told to not do specific ones on divine feminine. Not because anything other than just not right now. Right. So a lot of people really can't see. A lot of people really aren't seeing intuitively, right? They're having a hard time kind of peeking into their own connection, even like myself, right? Having a hard time kind of making sense of what's going on in our own connection. So, that could be a thing as well. So for any divine feminines watching right now, I do feel like this is a time to tap into your intuition. Outside of that, though, I do feel like things are elevating. I do feel like your hard work is about to pay off with blood, sweat, and tears here on the side of this card, as well. All your sadness is about to go away. I feel like, again, this is just a learning curve. I feel like for a lot of us, there's something we need to learn, so the energies are a little distorted, so we can focus on what we need to learn. Things are moving up, though, especially if you're a part of my collective. Things are moving up with us. I do see that. I do see like us coming more into our sense of family values, coming more into our sense of own self-worth and self-value, right? To really tap in to see what it is that you need, what it is that you want. And you really are standing in your own, and you really are bringing in some very serious connections. Okay, yeah, even with can't use my phone here, you know what I mean? You love the motherfucker, but it's like, listen, hold up, playboy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are really tapping into that self-worth, self-value to say, you know what, I'm fucking beautiful. Yeah, I'm not perfect. I might not be the bestest, baddest bitch, nicest bitch all the damn time. You know what I mean? I come with a little bit of thorns too, but at the end of the day, I'm still beautiful. And that's what makes me worthy. That's what makes me valuable, right? And a lot of us maybe even had to learn how to do that, and to stand in that energy before we could really even move forward, right? A lot of us needed to learn how to surrender, right? And to really stay in this learning curve, in this learning process, to say, you know what, God, I don't really know what's coming next. Right, I'm still learning this. I'm still learning how to move, but I'm still learning how to invest in myself. I'm really still learning how to even embody that. You know what I mean? Yeah, good girl, bad girl here. So yeah, so for a lot of us, divine feminine, we are tapping into that energy of like, you know, take me as I am. Sometimes I'm a good girl, sometimes I'm a bad girl. You know what I mean? I come with more than one side. I have thorns and I'm still beautiful and delicate at the top. You know, that's a part of the self worth. That's a part of who you are, right? I feel like if this isn't you, then this is somebody else, divine feminine. But definitely feel like this is us for right now. Yeah, I do feel like, yeah, for a lot of you who aren't divine feminines, you simply are just learning how to stand more into yourself, right? You understanding that your vibe is one in a million. Divine feminine, this could be you too, but I am mainly picking up just generally everybody, just not to make this a whole twin flame thing for October, but I definitely just felt that message for twins, and I had to get that out of there. Others of you, you're definitely learning how to expect better of yourself. You know what I mean? You're learning that you know what I mean, that some of these moments that you have, and you want to have them for life, and you really are manifesting things. You really are, taking a whole 360. You know what I mean? This 360 here. So some of us are making changes within our own selves, with this month, and really are putting ourselves on a different type of pedestal, right? You're expecting better of yourself. You're investing in yourself. Right, you're learning how to invest in yourself. You really are making soulmate upscale connections. This don't even gotta just be love. This can be friendships. This can be, new homegirls, girlfriends. You know what I mean? Look at these three bad bitches. Look at four. Look at these four bad bitches: Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Erica Badu, Aaliyah. Come on. So for some of you, this even isn't even just love. This is homegirls. These are homies. Girl code, right? People who that you can get around and they really do expect better of you. You expect better of them. Y'all hang out. You know what I'm saying? They really do pair you and accompany you with what it is that you lack. Right? If you're struggling somewhere, these are some women who really gonna help you. You know what I mean? Imagine if you like music and if you're a musical head like me. Imagine if all four of them got on a track together. Erica Badu, Nicki Minaj, Aaliyah, and Rihanna. I feel like they all have a little bit of something that the other one might lack. You know what I mean? Nicki Minaj being the motherfucking rapper, I mean the motherfucking rapper. Erica know how to rap, but she also know how to give you a little soul. I don't think Aaliyah would really know how to rap, but I know our girl knows how to give soul. Rihanna just the icing on the motherfucking cake, being the bad bitch that she motherfucking is. I mean, what else? What else can we give? You know, so I do feel like for a lot of you this month you will even come into a girl code, right? And for a lot of you you're really starting to understand, or you'll be coming into this sense of what's going on behind the scenes. And maybe you've also been by yourself, having to learn how to be by yourself, right? Having to be in that learning curve, having to learn how to reparent yourself, or to, you know, get your freedom from someone or something. And even that, you know what I'm saying, could have maybe added some baggage to you, so you had to really release the baggage, so that way when your new homegirls come in, look at these four bitches sitting on the stoop. Four bitches sitting on the stoop. So yes, so some of you definitely could be coming into your soul tribe, like I said, this month. And it's like, you know, you had to learn how to handle yourself. You had to, you know, expect better of yourself. If you trying to get around some boss ass bitches that make boss bitch money, you can't be out here still acting like the bitches on the stoop, bitches on the corner. You gotta act like you got some sense. Yeah, all I know, organized crime, struggle. Yeah, so it's like you had to kind of mold yourself. A lot of you, kind of had to mold yourself to be in this space, regardless of if it's friendship or if it's an actual connection. You know what I'm saying? You had to really break out of that way of this is all I know. You know what I mean? Even if it's a relationship, and maybe all you know is toxic behavior in the relationship. All y'all do is fight and argue, and you can't use my phone. Put the nigga out. You gotta call Tyrone, and you know what I'm saying, you shooting shit up, and you know what I'm saying, like is really, you really had to learn how to break out of that. And it's like, well, that's all I knew. I grew up in that family. I, you know, was raised in that environment. That was all that was brought to me. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you got to learn how to get out of that, to say, you know what, nah, you are the one in a million. We understand that you a product of your environment, but you are the one in your environment that's meant to get out and actually make a difference and make a change. And it starts with having to go through all of this. It starts with the taking the good with the bad, right? The good times with the hurtful times and the harmful times, to sit here and say, you know what, I don't really know what the future has ahead for me, but shit, I mean, you know, I'm gonna do what I can with that motherfucker anyway. I don't really know what lies ahead, but I'm gonna just keep trucking ahead, because I know that eventually I'm gonna have my moment for life. I wish that I could have this moment for life. You know what I'm saying? Dear God, right? Dear God, it's me, Onika Tanya Mirage. Did she do that? Did she do that in the song? I feel like that was what song is that? Dear God, because if you hear God, something, something, something. Y'all know Nikki very much gonna give us a God song. I love the gospel song that she did as well. I hear that very often, just in passing and over the radio and stuff, because I do enjoy gospel music. But yeah, it's very much given that, where it's like, you know, a lot of you are trying to gear up for your moment for life. You know what I'm saying? But you had to go through them struggles to know your self worth. You had to go through them struggles to know what your beauty was. You had to go through them struggles so you can understand that, okay, I know that I grew up with parents that did this, that, and the third, but that's all I knew. So now I have to go through what I'm going through in order to get this, to say, okay, you know what? I've been through blood, sweat, and tears in my relationship, but now I know now how to really be a wife. You know what I'm saying? A Michelle to my Barack. I know how to be a Barack to my Michelle. You know what I mean? I know how to be the head and my partner be the neck. I know how to be the emperor or the empress and my partner takes the other one. I know what spousal support is. I know how to actually elevate my person instead of tear them down, because I've witnessed in my environment relationships where people should love each other, but all they do is tear each other down. Some of you actually could definitely be needing to express yourself as well. Invest in yourself. So I don't know if you need a mic. I don't know if some of y'all do music. I don't know if you want to be a motivational speaker, but mic check is here with invest in yourself. So it is definitely giving me it's time to really do something. Okay, pretty in pink. I don't know if you want to model. Some of you probably do make music with Songbird here. Okay, some of you probably make clothes or want to get into makeup with cosmetics. You want to get into fashion. You want to model. You know what I'm saying? You know, Riri is a woman of many hats. You know, Erica Badu is also a woman of many hats. You know, so some of you definitely could be trying to do more than one thing. Yeah, I think her name was Shug Avery. So it's kind of giving me singing or something, or just something with the throat chakra, speaking, speech, motivational speaking, something like that. But it's definitely time to go ahead and start investing in yourself. Um, don't be afraid to actually express yourself, and if this is expressing yourself to someone specific when it comes to self-worth this month, don't be afraid to actually be who you are. You know what I mean? Don't be trying to talk soft and talk timid. Nah, it's okay to be both. It says good girl, and we got good girl Riri and bad girl Riri, which means you need to be doing both, right? It's not enough to just be as delicate as a flower. No, sometimes you got to be aggressive like that motherfucking thorn on that motherfucker too sometimes, right? When it's warranted, when it's needed, right? But it's about having that balance and finding that balance as well. So if you know that you haven't really been expressing yourself, this is the month to make sure that you do that. You don't have to water down and wash down what it is that you have to say. Be 100% you. You are the rose and you are the thorn all at the same time. It's time that we start acting like it. Okay, some of you actually should start wearing pink more this month. I feel like that'll really, really help you as well with your self worth and your self esteem. Pink, black also might be a color that kind of empowers you. I'm seeing, you know, especially because sometimes we be trying to stay away from black because it's like, oh, I don't want to seem goth or whatever. But you know, black is also a very empowering color to wear. Honestly, black nails, black lipstick, it's a very intense vibe, but it allow you, I feel like what the message is here is express yourself through your clothing for somebody, express yourself through your wardrobe, express yourself through your hair, your makeup. Okay, don't be afraid to be different. You know what I mean? You see Nicki Minaj here with the pink wig, you see Rihanna here, you know, we see Erica here with the motherfucking feather. Okay, but I definitely feel like some of us definitely might be tapping into something. Some of these changes this month definitely feel like romance, and it definitely feels like friends. It feels like some powerful ass bitches too. It feels like a spiritualist, a rapper, a singer, and a bitch who model and make clothes. This could even be you, right? This could even be you, where it's like, listen, you are more than one person. Didn't I just say that? You are the rose and the thorn. It's time to start acting like it. So maybe this is you with your own self-worth, and it's like, listen, you got all these secrets and shit that you ain't telling nobody. You don't know, people don't know that you know how to make clothes, throw tarot cards, you do this, do that, do this, and do that. It's time to really start letting people know that. You know, it's time to really start pushing into that, so people can really start seeing you for your own self, right? Don't try to one or the other yourself, right? Don't just try to act like you just a petal, but then you acting like you don't got thorns. Don't act like the thorn and you don't you just got petals. It's time to really be more well-rounded. Yeah, that's what this 360 I feel like is for. You know, 360 is the complete circle, right? 180 is when you turn from one way to the other one. Right? So this is the completion. 360 is a completion. It's time to really be put yourself completely out there. 360 as a completion is also giving me, yeah, there might be some changes coming in. Maybe you had to go through some self-worth, right? And it had to be some blood, sweat, and tears. You had to really self-teach yourself how to stand in your self-worth, to remind yourself that even though you got thorns and you are got delicate parts, that you're still a rose. There's a completion happening this month, I feel like. But again, for somebody, for a lot of us, this is happening behind the scenes. There's a lot of changes that are coming in this month, of that are completions. Oh, okay. This just clicked for me. I was Because even for myself, like I've been seeing 1010 a lot, and I was like, damn, is it something I need to release? Because for me, when I see 1010, I'm always thinking I need to release something. So it's like, do I got like anxiety or something that I need to release? But okay, 1010 could also just be a message to say, you're closing up a cycle. It's a completion. 1010 is also just a completion, just like 360, right? You complete the circle. Okay. Well, thank you for that message. So maybe somebody else needed that. Maybe you needed that too. So if you've been seeing 1010, maybe you like me and you've been feeling like, damn, I've been trying to make sure I stay on top of releasing what I need to release. But 1010 could also just be a sign and a message to tell you that you're releasing it, right? To say that it's completing. You are currently in the middle of completing a cycle, completing a phase, right? Just like a moon phase, you know. So I do feel like a lot of you have some good stuff for this month. A lot of us have some good stuff for this month. I feel like definitely make sure that you use your intuition. Your intuition is going to be dead on, okay? Especially with the moon and the meditation and with Erica Badu coming out. Okay, so making sure that we are meditating, making sure that we are looking, beyond the surface. Even if this is what somebody trying to tell you, read a little bit deeper. What your third eye say? What your third eye say? For some of you, this definitely is the love of your life. Okay, so you will definitely be tapping in with them. You might even be getting some messages or some downloads or some telepathy or something like that, especially with divine feminine here. You know what I mean? But it's time to really start investing, okay? Outside of love and outside of making friends, making sure that you know your worth when it comes to investing, okay? There's nothing that you can't do that God ain't gonna help you with. All right. So even if you want to do a little bit of, maybe you the one where it's just like, no, I like to do music, I like to do clothes, I like to do this, I like to do that and that and that and that and that. It's time to really start pushing forward with that. You know what I mean? Don't stand in your own way. Don't self-sabotage your own self, okay? Because you can do all things. A part of your self-worth and getting more into your self-worth is also really owning and honoring that you are a person of many hats. You're not just one person. You know what I'm saying? You're not just a fashion model. You do fashion modeling, you do a little bit of this too, right? Just like Rihanna don't just make music, bitch. She got makeup, clothes, lingerie, bitch. Erica Badu ain't just no rapper. She a spiritualist. She got this, and that, and this, and bitch, and incense, and bitch. So make sure that you're investing in yourself this month. I feel like, again, as we push more into harvest season, it's time to really make sure we start planting seeds right now, so that way from a year from now we can see it all start coming back. That's why I love harvest season, because not only are you reaping the rewards of what you've already been sowing, but it's also time for you to put some more seeds down, right? Let's go ahead and start getting shit out. Let's go ahead and start, cleaning up what it already is that we reaping right now, so that way when it's time to sow again, we can go ahead and get some shit down. And a year from now, we can go ahead and start reaping all of that back. So it's the time to start asking yourself, what do you want to invest in this month? What are you investing in that can help you for next year? Let's go ahead and start thinking into 2023. Okay. Thank you again so much for visiting my channel. Hopefully this resonated. If this did resonate, I definitely hope that this helps you out a lot. Okay. Thank you again so much. Like, share, subscribe. My name is B. Check down below in the description box if you want to join my Patreon for extended messages, all of my other social media stuff. If you just want to get in on the YouTube playlist. Okay. This is actually a radio on Apple right now, but I also still have all my playlists, so of course I'll have a playlist down below if you'd like to jump in and actually have a listen on some manifestation music. And until next time, I'll see you people next time.